Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, and hope your weekend is off to a good start. With that being said, today we're going to open up a 2022 Donruss, one of the fat packs. Looking forward to seeing maybe if we get a nice hit in here, or a numbered card, or whatever. Whoops. If we can hold on to it. We can look for one exclusive Carolina Blue Optic Parallel. Those cards are super sharp. Of course, here you have Kyle Larson, the 2021 Cup Series champion. Trying to think if there's really any big news coming out of NASCAR last couple days. Obviously, I think Hailie Deegan going to ThorSport was the biggest news event. There may have been a couple other news items, but nothing's really resonating in my head right now. Lance McGrew is retiring from Hendrick Motorsports, so I think that's kind of a... I don't know how hard that's going to impact HMS as a whole, but we'll just have to wait and see. So we are going to do a zoom and a scroll here. Kind of move it a little slowly. There we go. So... being said, we do have a code card, so I do have a whole stack of them here off to my left that I'm going to have to get redeemed. And looky there, we got ourselves a thick card, so I'm going to shuffle that one to the front. I do feel a relic there. And right off the bat, we get a Michael McDowell numbered card, so we're going to really get the hot and heavy cards first here. So red Michael McDowell. We have a Carolina Blue, Mike Harmon. Tyler Ankrum, rated rookie. Brett Moffitt. Of course, these are the blue parallels, Carolina Blue. Ryan Blaney, that one looks a little funky with that yellow color, that greenish yellow. Kind of clashes. We have an optic of Kyle Petty. And a blue, there's our Carolina Blue optic, Jeff Gordon with the Pepsi Max colors. That thing looks outstanding. We're going to put it over there. Got our Elite Rusty Wallace. Joey Logano is next. Another Michael McDowell. This one is Contenders. Of course, these are the bronze or the copper retail version. Martin Truex Jr. Under the Lights. I really like that series. That's very nicely done. And a Kurt Busch Checkerboard Elite Series. Now we're going to get into the base cards. Ty Dillon starts us off. That would have been the first card of the pack. But we're going to throw him to the back. Got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is next. JTG Doherty. Bubba Wallace. 2311 Racing. Jeffrey Earnhardt, he did sign a full-time deal to drive the number 44 in the Xfinity Series, the Alpha Prime car. Tommy Joe Martin's primary owner of that team. There's Alex Bowman, who be interesting to see how he does after his concussion. Of course, he did run Phoenix. But there are several drivers that I believe if you go back and look after they've had concussions have struggled a little bit, including Dale Jr., Greg Biffle, Ricky Craven. The list can go on and on, but that's a few that come to the top of my head that had some struggles after they came back from a concussion. MTJ. Will 23 be his last year? We'll have to wait and see. Sammy Smith will run full-time in the Xfinity Series. I believe he's in the 18 car, and John Hunter's in the 20. So a little bit of shuffling at JGR next year. William Byron will be back in the 24. I believe Riley Herbst will be back in the 98. I haven't heard anything otherwise. Be interesting to see. Of course, Dale Jr. will be back in the NBC booth. Rusty Wallace, does he still work for MRN or PRN? Does anybody know? Because I don't really listen to radio broadcasts, but I know he was working with one of those organizations. There's a nice retro black and white. We have Danica Patrick, the 2005 Indy 500 Rookie of the Year. Getting closer to that relic to see what that is. Myatt Snyder is next. I believe he'll be back at Jordan Anderson Racing in the 31. And we close, well, we're not quite there yet, but we did get Austin Dillon, so we did get both Dillons in this pack. Zane Smith, the 2022 Truck Series champion. Mason Massey. Is that our last one? That does look like our last one. So here we go. We're getting ready to have our hit. I think it's a tire piece based on the feeling, but we'll see what it's going to be. Yeah, Race Day Relics. It did feel like a tire piece. Who's it going to be? Eric Almirola. So not too bad. I mean, yeah, that's what I felt. Because that kind of feels, if you're not looking at it, when you're feeling it like this, it does feel a little bit like maybe a uniform or some stitching. But again, it's got the little threads there, the little cords, if you will. So that's pretty fun there. Eric Almirola, Race Day Relics. So we did get ourselves a relic out of that 22. I think we may have got one out of the first pack as well. I don't recall, but maybe we got ourselves a strong box. And we got this nice Michael McDowell numbered card. 125 out of 299. And that's a nice looking red parallel. And then I think the star of the show by far is this Jeff Gordon Carolina Blue Wave Optic. So we'll get that one sleeved and we'll get it in top load as well. I personally think this is the star of this pack. Nicely done there, Panini. Looks like it might be a little off-center, but I don't know if this border should be thicker than that one. And of course we did have some really nice inserts in this. Out of this stack here, probably that Kurt Busch or the MTJ Under the Lights, probably my two favorites here. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Always come back every day because we got something new on the channel. Of course, later on, wife and I will be opening up day 21 as we near the end of that Guardians of the Galaxy Advent Calendar. Only 4 more days left on that. So we did, if you watched the video yesterday or even seen the thumbnail, you know we finally got the group piece, and that's the one she has been wanting. So at any rate, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. As always, thanks again for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.